On April 20th, 2010, a blowout occurred on the Deepwater Horizon drilling platform in the Gulf of Mexico. Methane gas was shooting up the well onto the drilling platform, and oil was spilling out the wellhead. 4.9 million barrels of oil was spilled into the Gulf of Mexico. After the spewing oil was capped, the oil remains out of sight, but not out of mind. Almost 2 years later, we are wondering, where did all that oil go? What is the long-term impact of the spill and the impact of the chemical dispersants used? An immediate response to the spill was to release Corexit, a detergent that works like one you use to wash your clothes. Corexit is a combination of different detergents that contain surfactants and solvent systems. Structurally, oil is made up of carbon atoms bonded to hydrogen atoms, making it nonpolar, whereas water is highly polar, containing polar oxygen and hydrogen bonds. For this reason, oil does not dissolve into water. Only substances with matching polarities dissolve each other. A detergent molecule has an oil-loving, nonpolar tail and a water-loving polar head. The head is water-loving because it is polar and water is polar. The nonpolar, oil-loving tail dissolves the nonpolar oil. In the process, oil is dispersed throughout the water column in tiny droplets through wind and wave action and disappears from the surface of the water. Bacteria eats these tiny oil droplets, and the oil is removed from the ecosystem. BP dispersed about 2 million gallons of Corexit to clean up the spill. Nalco, the company who makes Corexit, claims that their dispersants can be effectively and safely used to clean up spills. Yet the effectiveness of these dispersants in such a vast area was never determined. Nalco claims that their products are safe for the environment and that wildlife are not being harmed. Is this true? So far, we know that the following health problems are only potential and more research is necessary. There are concerns about chemicals, toxic to fish and other marine life, as well as to humans. It is difficult to determine the health effects these chemicals are having on humans and animals because it depends on the dose levels, which remain unknown. The decision to use chemical dispersants was quite a challenging one, and the ramifications of that choice remain unknown. Scientists have not found dispersants in deep water or in the Gulf coastline, yet this hardly means the oil is gone. Corexit is less toxic than oil, and the mixture of the two is still less toxic than the oil by itself. Corexit was only tested on a selective species of fish and shrimp, and without the expectation that so much dispersant would be necessary. The Gulf is currently an overwhelming and huge real-life science experiment.